Hey everyone, William John Ray back with another episode of Design and Invest. In this episode, I'm doing a lot of job walks. The season is heating up for staging. So, and we're right now booked out, I think 10 days straight with stages. So now we need to start booking in 2-a-days and grow our team. Melissa's out on a stage right now, and she's got a new girl that she's shadowing, an intern that we picked up to see if she's going to work out. She seems really cool. Melissa seems stoked about her, so hopefully that works out nicely. But really just running around today, going on these job walks, and I'm in front of one right now. I'm not going to take you inside because I got to respect the privacy of the clients that I walk with. I don't want to scare them too by putting a camera in their face, and it might cost me the job. But this is a client that I do a lot of staging with, and so it's more of just a preliminary kind of. A lot of these clients, they just like to walk it with you. Even, she can give me a lockbox code and have me walk it by myself and take notes and all that. But I always try to be 2 places early. I'm about 15-20 minutes early right now to this appointment, so I could take my notes, do a little history on the property, so I'm coming prepared. What I like to do is I like to drop the address into Redfin to see when it last changed hands, what the Redfin and Zillow Zestimates are like on what what the property is worth. It helps me gauge what I'm walking into, so I can be ready with answers and ready and quick, and just sort of know approximately what they're going to sell for. A lot of times I'll find that floor plan's already there, like online, and and I can see photos, so I could start taking notes on how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, and so it gets a big chunk of work done for me, so I'm ready to just rock and roll, get into proposals. It's really important in staging that you get clients proposals right away. I mean, it's beyond important, because you're most likely a lot of these clients are shopping you. They're meeting with other stagers, and other stagers, if they skip a beat, if they're a small operation, they do all the invoicing at the nighttime or whatever, you could already have an agreement signed and rocking before they even have a chance to send theirs out. After I leave every single job walk, I text my bookkeeper Dennis and Melissa and let them know with the job details, the address, the client's name, the client's email address, the client's phone number, how much to charge for that job. And basically, Dennis is like right on it. He knows when that comes in, send that right away. And if it's a client we work with a lot, it doesn't even need to be a proposal. It's just a straight invoice. So we just know that they're going to be good. They may haggle a bit on price, but whatever. Invoice them, and they could pay right away and get it in the queue. And right now, as busy as we are, it's really important that you're doing everything that you can to keep that momentum going, because it's all about momentum in this business. You start slipping up, and this is also a good opportunity to creep your prices up, because when you're in demand, it's in this year across the board, we've been raising our prices a little bit for new clients, and just, costs go up, all that. I just got a bigger warehouse. There's many factors that play into that. But so this episode, job walks, running around. We might stop in and check out Melissa at a stage that she's doing. I have my car full of crap that I bought from the thrift store the other day, always buying stuff, and so I need to drop that off. My wife's already yelling at me. The car's full of stuff. But so in this episode, running around and work-life balance. I want to talk about that too, because it's really important. My staff, we don't work on the weekends. Saturday and Sunday, I give everybody off. I know that a lot of stagers work on the weekends. I don't. I sort of drew a line in the sand and said, you know what? This balance is really important. I have a 3.5-year-old son who is involved in swimming and soccer, and there's little kids parties, seems like, every weekend, and so I have to really free up my weekends for my family, and I want my employees and people that work with me to have that same balance and like their job, love their job, because it's really important. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that, and maybe I'll take you to a little swim class with my son later too. He's super cute. He loves swimming. But yeah, let's finish the notes and start walking. We've got a lot of jobs to walk, so. Okay, so this job walk that I'm about to go on, I have very limited information. I just know that it's a client that I do a lot with. But by Googling the address, I just found out that they listed it in October of last year for $600,000 or $599, and then a price change the next month to $10,000 price reduction, another price change, and now it's at $165. They took it off on the end of last month, January, and basically what this tells me is that the agent is now telling them, hey, you really should stage this property. Let me bring in a stager, get a quote, and analyze those numbers for them. But that could be the decision maker on getting this house sold, and that's usually the case with homes like this. Price reduction. But guess what? Like, they're down $40,000 from their original price that they listed at in October, which wasn't the greatest time to list as it is. But all these price reductions, just do it right the first time, and you don't have to just stage it, rip the band-aid off, and just deal with it. Because trust me, you'd rather pay $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for staging than to do a $40,000 price reduction and have it sit on the market for months where you're carrying. So put your best foot forward and stage. It really is that important. And a lot of times you'll have spaces in a home that are really awkward, that people just can't envision their furniture. So you want to take out any questions that people have when they're walking a property. You want only positive thoughts, no negative thoughts whatsoever. That's why staging, keep it neutral colors, neutral. You don't want to put something so specific. Someone's like, oh my God, like I would never have that. You keep this specific taste to your house when you live in there that's not on the market. And if you do put it on the market, neutralize everything. Take away family photos. Take away things. You want people to see themselves in that house, not photos of you and your family or whatever. You don't want people to think anything about that. You want them to think about themselves there, how their bed will fit where they see that bed, and this is a great office. Oh, it's a nursery. Like, you have to paint the picture for them. So staging is really, really important. And this is the prime example of this house that I'm about to go walk. Hopefully we can help them out, and it helps us out as well. So I'm also seeing that it's probably not going to be a big payer. Since they're listing it for $560,000, this is probably going to be, if I'm guessing, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. They'll probably won't want a full stage. It'll probably be like a partial stage for like $2,500 or something, $3,000, which I do all the time. So that's what I'm thinking. So having all this information before I go in is very valuable, and even if I'm walking a job by myself with a lockbox, I still go through the same formulas and things, so that way when I walk it, I can be quick with my time on those walks and get to the next. This is something that I specialize in. I'm really good at sales. Having me in the field doing this part of the business is pretty darn important. In the past, I've had other people walk the jobs and do this, but I mean, nobody's gonna do it like you. I mean, this is my business, and I'm in the stage now where I'm just filling the buckets. I'm putting more jobs in the staging bucket. Melissa and the team are knocking out the stages, and I have a manager for Airbnb. I put those properties in the buckets, and so I get all these buckets like that last episode where you're just putting stuff in those and feeding your business. This is me feeding the business and being most efficient with my clients' time, my time, and yeah. So just a little tidbit for you. fortunately, I have the kind of job where I can take out in the middle of the day and take my son to swim class and pop back in the field and get some work done. But really, it's all about balance. If you don't make time for the most important things in life, it'll just fly by. I mean, my boy's 3.5 years old, and it seems like he was just born. So like, really, you have to focus on the things that are most important in life. And this by far is, and it's the part I enjoy the most. And again, what I said earlier too, I give all my team the weekends off so that way they can spend that with their family. My boy is involved in swimming, he's involved in soccer and all these things, and it's only gonna get more and more. We're gonna get him involved in piano, and you know, so the important things, guys, make time for it. Balance is everything. What's up? Yeah, you gotta get you dressed up, Bubba. Who's that? Check in on the stage, the victory stage right now with Melissa. I'm kind of tired of this hat, so I'm going to change it up. I wear a lot of hats, figuratively and literally. So let's go check that out. All right, so we are heading home now. Long day running around, but we are going home. Thank God I am beat tired, but it's been a very productive day, and thanks for riding along with me. Remember, design, invest, and repeat.